Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're taking your sources today. It's a recap of yesterday's Major League Baseball action and, well, we're digging in to find those key nuggets of knowledge and insight. Our mission, as always, is to give you a shortcut, a way to get truly well-informed about the unpredictable and, frankly, captivating world of pro baseball. We want to get behind the headlines.
And yesterday was a perfect example. It really gave us a compelling snapshot of the league right now. We saw the whole spectrum, didn't we? From dominant shutouts to these incredibly tight battles that went right down to the last out. These aren't just scores, you see. They're stories. Stories of resilience, dominance, and they carry real strategic implications for these teams.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's dive right into the action. We should probably start with the Cincinnati Reds. They made a powerful statement, didn't they? Blanking the Philadelphia Phillies. 8-0. Just a rout.
Yeah, an emphatic win.
Showcase that potent offense, and wow, the pitching just completely silenced the Phillies' bats.
It really did. That 8-0 shutout, it speaks volumes. What the sources pointed out was how the Reds pitchers, especially the starter, were just jamming those Phillies power hitters inside.
Okay.
It led to, get this, a 60% ground ball rate. That's way above Philly's average. It basically took away their home run threat.
So it wasn't just an off day then?
No, I don't think so. It felt more like a strategic dismantling. You have to ask yourself, listening to this, was it just bad luck for the Phillies? Or are there maybe some deeper concerns about their offense against quality pitching? Or, maybe how they adjust pitch to pitch?
Interesting angle. Now, here's where things got really interesting, I think. The Baltimore Orioles. Incredible resilience. They swept a doubleheader against the Seattle Mariners.
2 wins, yeah.
And tight scores, too. 4-3 in the first game, 5-3 in the second. Suggests they were both hard-fought contests, lots of crucial moments.
Absolutely. 2 wins in one day. That's a massive boost for any team. And the sources, they really focused on the Orioles' clutch play. Well, in that 4-3 nail-biter, remember that intentional walk in the 7th? Gutsy call by the manager.
Oh, yeah, setting up the double play.
Exactly. It completely killed a Mariners rally, a calculated risk, and it paid off big time. It just underlines their competitiveness, their ability to execute under pressure.
And for the Mariners.
Well, dropping both at home, that's a setback, no question. You look at how they struggled to cash in those scoring chances late in the games. It raises questions, maybe about offensive execution, or perhaps how their pitching held up against a really determined Orioles lineup.
Yeah, you wonder about those pivotal moments, right? Like a key defensive play or maybe another managerial decision that could have swung it the other way in those close games.
Definitely. Then we shift gears to a real high-scoring affair. The Miami Marlins just, unloaded on the Cleveland Guardians. 13-4, a commanding victory.
13-4, that's a huge run differential.
It sure is, and it points straight to dominant offense from Miami. Our sources actually noted something specific. The Marlins really attacked the Guardians' bullpen, hammered them early. Yeah, 3 extra base hits just off the relievers in the 5th inning alone. That turned what was, a relatively close game into a total rout.
So it wasn't just a hot day hitting-wise. They found a weakness.
Seems like it. They exploited something specific. It really highlights their ability to kind of turn the screws when they sense vulnerability. So connecting that to the bigger picture, were the Marlins just locked in, or did they really find a particular pitching weakness to hammer? Something to think about.
Good point. Okay, over in New York, the Minnesota Twins. They grabbed a notable win, 4-1, against the Yankees. Always tough to win there.
It is. And this win, it really underscores the Twins' ability to hang with the top-tier teams. They often do it with solid pitching and, getting those key hits.
And the Yankees losing at home.
Yeah, that always gets scrutinized, doesn't it? The sources suggest the Twins starter was just exceptional, pounding the strike zone, keeping that powerful Yankee lineup off balance. Just inducing weak contact, led to a surprisingly low batting average on balls in play for New York. So it wasn't maybe a total Yankee offensive collapse, but more like a masterful pitching performance by the Twins.
Keeping the Yankees off balance like that is impressive. Elsewhere, the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays, they also had a doubleheader, but they split it.
Right, 1 win each.
Cubs took Game 1 4-1, looked pretty well rounded, but then the Blue Jays bounced back in Game 2, squeaking out a tight 2-1 win. Sounds like a pitcher's duel.
Exactly. Splitting it means both teams walk away with, some good things and some things to work on.
So what did the sources say?
For Game 1, it seems the Cubs really capitalized on some early defensive mistakes by the Blue Jays, turned those errors into runs. Game 2, though, pure pitching duel. The Blue Jays ace just dominated for 7 innings, shut the Cubs down.
Interesting contrast.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
fascinating how different parts of the game, offense, one game, pitching the next, dictated the outcomes for these two competitive teams.
Almost like watching two completely different matchups on the same day. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Braves. Well, they lived up to their reputation, didn't they? Powerful offense on display against the New York Mets, winning 11-6.
Yep. High scoring, just like you'd expect from the Braves sometimes.
Showcase that firepower.
Absolutely. Classic Braves outbursts. Sources confirmed multiple homers, sustained pressure. 3 different Braves had multi-hit games. They were patient, too, drawing walks, setting up those big innings.
And the Mets scored 6, but just couldn't keep up.
Right, wasn't nearly enough. So the big question going forward, especially for you Mets fans listening, can their pitching staff figure out a way to neutralize this Braves lineup next time? Because they seem to score almost at will yesterday.
That's a huge challenge for anyone facing Atlanta right now. Okay, another interleague game. The Houston Astros took down the Boston Red Sox 4-1. Sounds like strong pitching, timely hitting for Houston.
Exactly right. The Astros pitchers were super efficient, lots of first pitch strikes, allowed them to control the at-bats.
And for Boston, losing at home again.
Yeah, failing to generate more offense at Fenway, that's going to be a concern. The sources really highlighted their struggles with runners in scoring position, just 1 for 9 in those spots.
1 for 9. That's tough.
It really tells you something, doesn't it? About the Astros' ability to bear down when needed, and maybe about Boston's challenge in getting that crucial RBI hit against good pitching.
Definitely. And speaking of tough, how about that city rivalry? The Dodgers and the Angels. A close one, 6-5, with the Angels getting the victory.
Always extra juice in those games.
For sure.
Yeah.
And a 1-run win just ramps up the intensity.
It really does. And the sources pointed to some huge individual plays. There was apparently a game-saving diving catch by the Angels center fielder in the 8th.
No way.
Yeah, robbed the Dodgers of at least 2 runs, and then the Angels catcher walks it off with a single in the bottom of the 9th. It's just a perfect example of how, 1 or 2 standout moments can completely swing a close game like that. Huge win for the Angels, obviously disappointing for the Dodgers in that rivalry context. It's fascinating how individual heroics shape these outcomes, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely fascinating. Okay, one more. The Tampa Bay Rays. They kept rolling, looks like. A decisive 8-2 win over the Oakland Athletics. Just consistent performance, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Showcasing strength on both sides. This game, it really kind of highlighted the gap between these two teams currently.
What stood out?
Sources mentioned the A's continued issues with strikeouts against the Rays starters, just couldn't put enough pressure on them. And on the flip side, the Rays jumped on Oakland's bullpen early, scored runs with 2 outs, kept the pressure on.
So for Oakland,
Yeah, if we connect this to the bigger picture, for the A's, the focus has got to be finding ways to compete better against these top teams at Tampa. You'd ask, if you were analyzing them, what opportunities for improvement are there? Maybe plate approach against tough pitching. Something needs to change to close that gap.
okay, so let's bring it all together. What does this all mean? Yesterday's games, they really gave us this compelling snapshot of where the league is right now. We saw, the Reds showing potential with that strategic shutout. The Orioles showing incredible resilience in that doubleheader sweep built on clutch plays.
Yeah, the Marlins offense exploding when they found a weakness.
Right. The Twins proving they can beat the elites with smart pitching. That Cubs-Blue Jays split showing the balance of offense and defense.
The Braves just being a consistent offensive machine. The Astros with their winning pedigree.
The Angels pulling out a dramatic rivalry win. And the Rays just looking like serious contenders.
Exactly. And the results of these games, they're definitely going to impact team strategies, player morale. You get valuable insights into strengths, weaknesses going forward. And it just reminds you the unpredictable nature of baseball means every single day brings something new, some new surprise. Yesterday was certainly proof of that.
So here's something to think about. Those teams that pulled off these key wins yesterday, how does that boost in confidence maybe shift their strategies for the next month? And, maybe more intriguing, what surprising upsets could be brewing just around the corner that we haven't even considered yet? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.